At Sharing Kindness, our mission is to fill critical gaps in mental health services with a focus on grief support, mental wellness, and suicide awareness, particularly for children, youth, and young adults. Founded in 2018 as a 501c3 nonprofit, we have grown significantly and now provide services throughout the Cape and Islands. Our organization, which was seeded from the devastation of suicide and grief, tends a thriving community through empathy, education, and courageous conversation. The youth and young adults in our communities face unique challenges, including some of the highest youth suicide rates in Massachusetts. To address these needs, Sharing Kindness offers a peer-to-peer suicide prevention program called Hope Squad, listed on the Suicide Prevention Resource Center website as a best practice program. Hope Squad is now active in 14 schools across our 70-mile-long peninsula. This evidence-based, student-driven program empowers young people to support their peers, fostering a culture of help-seeking and mental wellness.
Sharing Kindness is a youth-serving organization that partners with schools, community programs, and other nonprofit organizations, supporting education and raising awareness around suicide prevention and mental health wellness. We educate community members about how to reach individuals who might be struggling or experiencing suicidal ideation through QPR, gatekeeper training, and stay current on best practices for responsible media reporting about suicide. Finally, we offer in-person and virtual clinician-led peer grief groups throughout Cape Cod and the islands. We have expanded our reach to include school-based peer grief support groups. All our efforts include conscientious and active engagement of populations of young people who have historically been prevented from equal access to opportunities and services.
According to the Mass Violent Death Reporting System, Barnstable County's overall youth suicide rate is the third highest in Massachusetts. For our 18 to 29-year-old age group, according to the research and reporting of Dr. Robert Motley, our suicide rate is the highest in the state. Contributing factors include rural isolation, low-income households, the high cost of attainable and affordable housing, immigrant backgrounds, and a lack of resources for minority and LGBTQ+ youth. Sharing Kindness was founded to fill the gaps in grief support, mental wellness, and suicide awareness, focusing on the most vulnerable members of our community, our children and young adults.
Our peer-to-peer suicide prevention program, Hope Squad, has already made a significant impact in local middle and high schools. This student-driven program, supported by trained advisors, empowers youth to support their peers, encourages help-seeking behaviors, and reduces the stigma around mental health. Each Hope Squad participant is nominated by their peers based on trustworthiness, empathy, listening skills, and approachability. A Hope Squad advisor, this is an adult mentor intentionally selected to represent the diversity of the student body, tabulates the results of the nomination process. Consideration is given to students who represent their peers socially, culturally, and linguistically. In March of 2024, we brought our Hope Squad students together at the local community college to listen to their voices and acknowledge that they are their own experts. The result? A resounding call for regional connection and collective action, a call for the creation of a youth advisory committee. The students even envisioned their committee's first project, a youth mental health social media campaign, as a means of elevating their voices to build community, eliminate hate speech and stigma, increase help-seeking behaviors, and educate others about mental health.
we first got involved in Hope Squad, I saw Kim speaking at one of the suicide awareness conferences at 4Cs. It's our first year getting it going, but we have a really great group of motivated students who really want to promote positive mental health in the school and create more of a sense of community so that everyone feels involved.
Everybody has either been in a position where it was difficult and you had thoughts that weren't like so positive, or you've been there for other people. You've had to see people go through difficult moments, and just being there and knowing that you can do something for them, knowing that you can help them in some way, that's just always going to be something that can like strive you to just seek for that and just be part of it or support in any way that's possible.
I'm really proud to be a member of Hope Squad. Even though I personally might not be able to save someone's life, just being a part of the group that does save people's lives is just a really nice thing to be a part of. And I'm just really glad I have the opportunity to do it.
Sharing Kindness, in collaboration with the Barnstable County Department of Human Services and supported by the outcome and analysis of their recent Children's Behavioral Health Baseline Needs Assessment, proposes the formation of a youth advisory committee composed of 2 to 3 Hope Squad members from each of the participating high schools. Like Hope Squad, the committee will be student-driven and advisor-overseen. Advisors will include teachers, clinicians, and a digital media consultant. The first proposed project, a youth mental health social media project, will be based on a similar project conducted in Chesterfield, Virginia. Barnstable County Department of Human Services and Sharing Kindness have already met with the Chesterfield team to discuss successes, challenges, and experience elevating and expanding youth voices. Based on these conversations, the proposed project will use Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok social media platforms to distribute content directed at peers, caregivers, parents, and other adults. The posts will address the unique mental health needs of at-risk youth, such as racial and ethnic minorities, LGBTQ+ youth, and youth with disabilities. We are requesting $25,000 to fund the creation and support of the Youth Advisory Committee. We anticipate that over the one-year term, $10,000 of these funds will be used to compensate advisors, with $3,000 for marketing and digital media oversight, $5,000 to provide leadership training, and $2,000 for transportation expenses to ensure that every student has access to the committee, regardless of their location. We will also allocate $2,000 for food to be provided at committee gatherings and $3,000 to bring in relevant guest speakers based on the preferences of our youth.
Imagine a student joining the Youth Advisory Committee, bringing their Hope Squad training and ideas to the table. They'll meet with peers from across the Cape, share a meal, and engage in leadership training. Together, they'll plan and create posts for their social media project aimed at promoting mental wellness and reducing stigma associated with talking about and living with mental health challenges. Through this work, they'll form connections and friendships that extend beyond their schools, creating a ripple effect of positive change throughout our community.
While we bring our expertise in mental health and community support, we know that the true experts are the youth themselves. Through this project, we aim to learn from their insights, empower them to learn new skills, and lift their voices. Our goal is to create a sustainable youth advisory committee that continues to thrive long after this grant period ends. With this funding, we'll gain the experience needed to secure ongoing support and ensure the longevity of this vital program.
The Cape Cod Youth Advisory Committee is more than just a project.
It's a movement to empower our youth, elevate their voices, and build a stronger, healthier, more resilient community for all.
We thank you for considering our proposal and look forward to the opportunity to make this vision a reality.